Seattle.
What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube?
Yeah, it's great.
Welcome back to the channel. So, we are talking divisional rounds of the playoffs. I am officially 3-1. The only game that I missed in this playoff so far is Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. I got all the rest of the games correct, of course. I picked Kansas City to defeat Houston. I picked Green Bay to defeat Washington. I picked Seattle to defeat Minnesota. And now we're rolling into the divisional rounds of the playoffs where we'll have Pittsburgh versus Denver. We'll have Kansas City versus New England. We'll have Green Bay versus Arizona. And we will have Carolina versus the Seattle Seahawks. So let's start off in the AFC. We'll start off with Pittsburgh versus the Denver Broncos. There's a lot of shit going on for Pittsburgh. You have Big Ben Roethlisberger with an injury. He's got a shoulder injury. I happen to like Jordan Todman. I thought he looked very, very good at the running back for Pittsburgh. Of course, he's not Le'Veon Bell, but he's a damn good running back, decent running back anyway. Of course, Pittsburgh has those great wide receivers with Antonio Brown and the rest of those guys. But if they have to depend on a backup quarterback, or if Ben is not 100%, that puts them at a severe disadvantage, especially going against, a very damn good secondary with Aqib Talib and those boys out there in the secondary. On the other hand, Denver is coming in with the choke artist of all time, Mr. Peyton. I choke in the playoffs, Manning. Coming back, they're going to start him over the kid, which I think is a mistake.
Second chance, but to come in as a backup quarterback without the pressure.
This is a tough one.
He's grown up through this ordeal. But I do believe that it's
I don't know. I don't like the Pittsburgh defense, but I don't like the Denver offense either. So you got, to me, but if Denver can get hot, if Peyton Manning can get that offense rolling, they can definitely roll over this Pittsburgh secondary, which I don't think is very good. So I am going to go. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and move on to the AFC Championship. In the other hand, the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, I picked Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl versus the New England Patriots. My bracket can completely fall apart with this week's pick. If Kansas City loses, everything goes to hell. Because I do have them moving forward to the AFC Championship game. If they're out, then my bracket on the AFC side completely falls apart. But I'm going with Kansas City. I think Kansas City with Sean Smith, Marcus Peters, and Eric Berry, I think that's the best secondary in the playoffs right now. I really do. I think they're the best secondary. I think they can man-on-man anybody. I think they can man with Marcus Peters. They can man with Sean Smith. They're big enough outside to go man-to-man and double team Rob Gronkowski and take him completely out of the game. So, and then you got the pass rush coming with Tamba Ali and shit. I always forget that linebacker's name. He's a damn good pass rusher as well. They've got to get pass rush 4 quarters. They can't hit Brady in the first and second quarter, allow the Patriots to make adjustments, come out in the third quarter and don't get pressure on him. They've got to hit him. They've got to show a new look. If I was them, I would start off in the first quarter doing one thing, and in the third quarter, I would do something completely different. Like in the first quarter, I would play a traditional 4-3-3-4 defense. In the third quarter, I would come out, and every single play, I would not show you who my down linemen were until you got ready to snap the ball. I would have everybody stand up, and nobody put their hands on the ground until the ball is snapped.
I think pretty handily.
I would show you one front before the snap, and then after the snap, I drop into something completely different. I would show blitz on every play, and then drop people out. And then I would come with the full blitz. And then the next play, I would show you blitz, and then drop out. All while having people stand up, and this person put their, like I wouldn't give you a chance to be comfortable in the third quarter of this game. Tom Brady, he's a very intelligent quarterback. I'm throwing that fucking house at him. I'm throwing the house at him. Now, the good thing about Kansas City is they don't have to blitz to get pressure.
It was so ugly on
they can get pressure with 4 down line. That's the great thing about Kansas City, and I think that will help them along with the secondary that they have. Anyway, I spent too much time talking about my pick. Arizona versus Green Bay. Arizona is a good defensive team. Green Bay is an average defensive team. Green Bay has some decent weapons. Arizona has some great weapons. It just looks like that. I don't like picking against. You know what though? Remember when the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl? Remember how nobody thought they were going to win, and they came from the wild card to win that Super Bowl?
Well, you know, Adam.
Remember that?
One of those games.
Remember back when the few times that the Green Bay Packers have been the favorite in the Super Bowl, they've lost. They've been a losing team every time they've been the favorite. So I'm gonna go with Green Bay to go to Arizona and beat the Arizona Cardinals. I was about to go with Arizona to win. I'm gonna go with Green Bay to beat Arizona and go to the NFC Championship game. It's very difficult for me to pick against Aaron Rodgers. I'm going with Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay to go to the NFC Championship game. Even though I don't like their defense, I gotta go with the better quarterback in this one. Right? Seattle versus Carolina. Carolina had that great season. Only 1 loss on the record. Seattle, on the other hand, there's been a little bit of turmoil. Of course, Cam Chancellor didn't start the season with them. They went through a whole bunch of shit. Beast Mode didn't even play last game. I don't know if he's going to play this game. But I can't count Seattle out until they get beaten. I can't. Even though Carolina's the better team, Carolina's been clicking. Carolina's going to come in cold with that week off, and sometimes that hurts the team. I'm going to go with Seattle, man. I have to. I've got to go with Seattle until Seattle loses. I can't count Russell Wilson out until I see him out. It's like that. So we're going to get a rematch in the NFC Championship game of Seattle and Green Bay. Over here will be Denver versus Kansas City. And I will make that championship game prediction video next week. Anyway, let me know how you feel about this. I've got Seattle versus Green Bay and Kansas City versus Denver. I'll talk to you guys next time. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hard-hitting sports in your face.